Be Sweet Citrus has a lot of legacy to it with a lot of families associated to it. I started the company in the mid-'80s with a college roommate.
It was really hard to get into this business. We bought oranges and we used to drive to the coast and go to places and sell oranges. I mean, it could be on the street corner. We were having a great time. There wasn't really job titles. Jim ran the inside, I ran the outside. You just did everything. You did everything in the business, whatever it took to keep it going.
So in the industry, when somebody sees us, they look at, number one, that they know when they bring their product to us that we're going to treat it like our own. And that's been our growth from day one. When you have the president getting out there and looking at the fruit and going into the field and talking to the growers and being accessible, that really means a lot to somebody.
We didn't have land, and then the Bavarians came in. Instead of building their own place, we merged together as, call it a happy marriage, is what they needed a packing house and we needed oranges.
When our family became involved was in '87. It was neat just seeing it going from like a garage-style backyard type packing house and then moving into this big building, just seeing more volume, more machinery, more boxes going through the system, and then going from oranges to lemons to packing multiple varieties. I remember sitting in the office with my dad and uncle and Jim would be talking to my dad and uncle, and I'd be sitting there and listening to, Jim doing the sales and traveling to Asia because he did export, and thinking to myself, man, this would be cool to do this for my profession. And I think just going there every week and being exposed to it and listening to the Jim talk and thinking it was cool what he was doing, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Growing up in the citrus industry, especially in the Central Valley, your life revolved around the citrus season. It was fun in the sense where we got to be a part of it too. We got to go in the fields with my dad. He would bring us here on the weekends. We got to see the lines run. So it really was a part of growing up, and also a sense of pride in understanding that we were providing food for a large portion of the nation. Getting to see our boxes in the stores, knowing that we had a hand in that, our dad had a hand in that, was something to be really proud of growing up.
So one thing I love, about my dad is his determination. Not only, he's obviously, very smart, very business savvy in what he does, but he's very determined in what he does. And you can see that day to day.
To see somebody that has such a clear vision and actually go after it and do it and put it into motion, that's impressive, and it's paying off.
We just have this, perfectionist idea in our mind that there's always something there, so we got to find it. Here at Be Sweet, we don't want to just stay in one spot forever. We're always looking forward to the next season and asking ourselves, okay, what can we do better? That mentality that we have, it spreads to all of our employees, all of our managers. Every year we add a little piece on to the company, little by little, and next thing we know, we look back 10 years, the company went from something so small to this big business that it is today. Seeing our label all over is reassuring for us that we're definitely going in the right direction and progressing.
Be Sweet Citrus is still a family-operated and owned company because of the values that my mom and dad instilled in my brothers and I from an early age. And it's that same love and passion that my parents brought into Be Sweet that myself, my husband Anders, and my brothers want to instill in our families and the generations to come.